This is Scott's voicemail. Please leave a message at the beep.
Hi, Scott. It's me, Scott, phoning one in. This is What a Weird Week from the Road, bringing you 10 of the weird, odd, fun, interesting stories from the news this week.
Hi, everybody. It's weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Weird.
Really weird tales.
Bigfoot eats out of my trash.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hello, friends. I am Scott, and this is What a Weird Week. If you're new here, usually I don't record from my vehicle. This week, however, what a treat. So, 10 of the weird, odd, fun, interesting stories from the news, and you can get the stories in more detail and learn more about our podcast and get in touch, and everything is all at shownotes.page. Go to shownotes.page.
Number 10.
Number 10, some wonderful news from the world of AI. It's been a little while since we had a good panic about AI. Scientists are warning that deep fake videos produced by AI will soon be indistinguishable from videos made by actual human beings from planet Earth. So this has to do with heartbeats. How they can tell really good AI deepfake videos right now is through using other AI. And one of the tells is it has been hard for AI to fake human heartbeats. Well, now it's getting good at that. So, wonderful news from the world of science to kick things off this week at number 10. Scientists warning that we won't be able to trust any videos very soon.
Number 9.
Number 9 is a good old treasure story. I love a good old treasure story. This is the one where the two hikers in the Czech Republic found a can, an aluminum can, and a little box, an iron box, and inside those items, 600 gold coins worth $300 and some thousand United States dollars. The coins, the oldest one is from around 1808, I want to say, somewhere in there. Between 1808 and the early 1900s, these coins, gold coins. There are some theories about how those coins came to be stashed there where the hikers were in the Czech Republic. One of the theories is some sort of Nazi stash, treasure stash or something like that. Investigators still trying to piece together how those coins came to be there. Now a museum, the Museum of Eastern Bohemia, is cataloging and doing the cleanup and preserving those coins, this treasure. The $300 some thousand does not go to the two hikers, but they are eligible under Czech law. They are eligible for 10% of the value of the treasure find. So that's nice. You're out for a little hike and then, maybe you make 30 or 40 grand, whatever. That's not too shabby. You're a professional hiker, I think. That's when you know you've turned professional.
Number 8.
Number 8 involves a military mishap. I'm not making light of the military. I know militaries across the globe every day put themselves in harm's way to protect people. So I'm not making light of that. This is a U.S. Navy story about how they lost a Super Hornet fighter jet, which is worth $60 million, somewhere in there. That's the ballpark. But here's what happened. The fighter jet is on an aircraft carrier, and the aircraft carrier had to make a sharp turn, essentially. And in making the sharp turn, the fighter jet toppled off of the aircraft carrier and into the Red Sea. That's kind of the summation. There's more to it, and it may have been as a result of rebel attacks in the area or whatever. So, again, not making light, but it's not every day you hear of a fighter jet just toppling into the Red Sea because of a sharp turn. Those aircraft carriers can make sharp turns. I didn't know. There's a lot there I didn't know. I didn't realize. So anyway, if you want to read the details of the story, it's still being investigated. And so some of the details are subject to change perhaps, but we put a link in the show notes. You can click shownotes.page.
Number 7.
Number 7 is the research into plant screams. A recent study reveals that plants, when stressed by dehydration or physical damage, produce ultrasonic popping or clicking noises previously undetectable to humans. Researchers have detected these screams now. They have heard the plants screaming in pain or anguish, I assume. And then I'm guessing those researchers haven't been able to sleep since then, haunted by nightmares, haunted by the screams of plants. Other interesting research into plants has happened before where it seems as though plants are aware when you're mean to another plant, and there's some interesting stuff going on with plants, but this is the first time researchers have been able to record the popping or clicking noises of anguish, what I'm calling the plant screams. If you want to get into the science of it, shownotes.page. I'll do an impersonation right now, though, because I'm doing the recording in my vehicle. We're on the road today. Normally we'd have, some high-tech production and you'd be able to hear the various plant pops and clicks and screams. I'm going to have to impersonate it right now. Ow! Thank you. Thank you very much. I got a Webby Award. Wow. Wow. Thanks, you guys.
Number 6.
Number 6 is a fancy schmancy sandwich bag from the Panera Bread restaurant chain. This made headlines. This week it was also, I think, on the late night shows. So for nearly $40 United States dollars, Panera Bread is offering the croissant clutch, which is looks to me to be an actual purse that is just the right size and dimensions to hold a particular sandwich from Panera Bread. So perhaps a publicity stunt, but again, it does look like an actual purse. Is it stylish and fancy? I don't know. I don't. But it does look like it would hold a sandwich, and maybe there's room in there for other things too. A couple of other personal items. Your sunglasses maybe would fit in there along with the sandwich. That is the croissant clutch. We'll put a link to what it looks like if you click the show notes. Shownotes.page.
Number 5.
Okay, number 5. This is what it's all about, you guys. This is what you're here for. The world's tallest dog and the world's smallest dog got together for a play date, and it made headlines. And the photos, the video, just fantastic. It's a big dog and a little dog getting along the way you want dogs to get along. Reginald is a Great Dane, which Reginald is 3'3", and Pearl is the Chihuahua. I think we talked about both of these pooches before on the program, but Pearl is a Chihuahua that's 3.59 inches tall. They met, they had fun together, and the photo ops were fantastic. And it was a world record meeting. The first time ever that the world's tallest dog and the world's smallest dog got together in some sort of fashion for a photo op. And then, boom, world record. That's number 5. If you want to see the photos or read the story, click shownotes.page.
Number 4.
This one is a story of not triumph. This one is a story of not triumph. I'm just going to go with that. Here's the headline. Mount Fuji climber is rescued twice in 1 week after returning for lost phone. So a couple of things. It is not the climbing season for Mount Fuji, and my understanding is you're not supposed to try to climb Mount Fuji outside of the climbing season. It's considered dangerous. A 27-year-old university student got to the peak of Mount Fuji and had to be airlifted out to safety. Was okay. And God bless rescuers, and listen, if you're in trouble, you're on top of Mount Fuji and you're in trouble, don't be too proud to ask for help. That's my motto. But then this 27-year-old university student realized, I left my phone on Mount Fuji. So they went back. Within a week, they went back to Mount Fuji and they had to be rescued again and taken down on a stretcher. Again, okay. Like reasonably okay. Altitude sickness, I think, but reasonably okay. And so God bless the rescuers once again. This story goes on to say it's unknown whether the student retrieved their phone or not. So we'll leave it. I don't really even care at this point if they retrieved their phone. Are we supposed to be happy for them? Hooray, you had to be rescued twice, but at least you got your phone. You know what I mean? Maybe it's okay if they didn't get their phone. There's probably a larger lesson to learn from this story. If you want to read the whole details, and there's a majestic photo of Mount Fuji as well, accompanying the photo. We'll put accompanying the story, I mean. Yeah, I screwed that up. Listen, editing team, you got the week off. Don't worry about it. I'll just keep talking. How about that? Anyway, photos of Mount Fuji. More information, click shownotes.page.
Number 3.
Number 3 is the luxury dinosaur leather story. Lab-grown dinosaur leather. You guys, when are they going to pump the brakes on this stuff? We are so close to a real-life Jurassic Park. They're starting to dabble, you guys, and I don't like it. Bringing back the dinosaur DNA for leather goods. I'm just saying, let's be careful. The luxury leather items could be perhaps some wonderful racing gloves or some dinosaur leather shoes, perhaps dinosaur leather trousers. Does that tickle your fancy? Well, that's what these companies want to do, is some companies teaming up, and they are getting DNA. What they say is kind of extracting DNA from a T-Rex and then using that DNA to construct lab-grown dinosaur leather. Now, critics will say that's not exactly what they're doing, that they're creating their own version of dinosaur DNA based on something they're extracting. That's kind of me paraphrasing. I am not a scientist. I don't think I could pull off the leather trouser look either. So I feel like I'm impartial on this, but if you want to read the whole story about the dinosaur leather, click shownotes.page.
Number 2.
This one is the tractor trailer that overturned on the Texas highway. This made headlines all over the place. It was carrying 8 million dimes. First things first, driver and a passenger sustained minor injuries, so it looks like everything's okay in that regard. Took hours and hours to clean up all the dimes off the Texas highway, so there were traffic snarls, and God bless the dimes cleanup crew. When you see a tractor trailer on the highway, do you ever wonder what they're hauling? I mean, we all do that, right? Wonder what that truck's hauling. Have you ever thought they were hauling $800,000 worth of dimes? Me neither. All right, let's do an honorable mention here. This was a delightful read, and we'll link to this story. The lady named Carletta in Virginia, she's sitting down to a wonderful meal and enjoying a margarita, and a snake fell from the ceiling into her margarita. No extra charge. Hey, you guys, no extra charge, madam. You know, I don't mean to make light of this because I don't know if I'd ever be able to enjoy a meal out again, or in this case, I don't drink, but, you know, a delicious margarita. Wouldn't that make you a little jumpy for the next time you enjoy a margarita? You'd be looking around for snakes. Anyway, the whole story there, if you click the show notes, go to shownotes.page.
Number 1.
Just before number 1, you guys, I do want to say happy National Tuba Day. This episode dropping on National Tuba Day. So at the end of the program, we will have a special National Tuba Day song for you to enjoy, or perhaps skip.
Number 1.
Okay, number 1 is David Record Breaker Rush. We've talked about him many, many times. He is, if you're new to our program, he's the fellow who has the most world records in the world. It's a world record that he has the most world records, concurrent world records. And he recently made headlines for breaking another world record because, as we have theorized, we speculate he can't stop anymore. He just doesn't know how to live his life without breaking world records. So this one was, and you may want to try this. Perhaps you're getting together with friends and family this weekend. Maybe you want to try to break the world record for toilet paper roll stacking. He stacked 10 toilet paper rolls with one hand in 5.38 seconds. So if you can get it down under 5 seconds, or right around 5 seconds, you're in world record territory stacking toilet paper rolls with one hand. Now, because we're doing the show on the road, and I'm not sure if the team will get the clip in time, put this all together, maybe I'll just do a reenactment right now. Just trying to imagine what that would be like. No, I'm not doing a reenactment, you guys, but imagine somebody stacking toilet paper rolls with one hand rather quickly. Boom, there you got it. So that is our On the Road episode. It's been a while since we did one from the road, but thank you for checking out the What a Weird Week program. You can get all the links and everything in more detail if you click shownotes.page. If you want to get in touch or anything, shownotes.page. I do appreciate your messages. I'm getting behind on returning messages, so if you've reached out, I've read it, and I am thinking about a reply. Honest. We'll catch you next Friday for more weird stuff, odd, interesting things from the news on What a Weird Week. Last night we let the tuba talk, unpacked the tuba after supper time about 6 o'clock. You told me that you wish I had misplaced it, but I did not. I started cleaning out the spit valve and it was a lot. Nobody can resist it when these lips make that tuba play the hits. The name of my band is Fish and Chips. I went to tuba school on a scholarship. Yeah, you know I love the bar, and I think of you and me and the tuba as some kind of menage a trois. I know that last night we let the tuba talk. I started playing Baby Shark about maybe 8 o'clock. You told me that you wish I never went to Oktoberfest, but baby, the tuba is so great, surely you must just know where it was the last night. We break it out, I'm your tuba man and there ain't no doubt. You call your mama, I call my dad. We're lucky to have such supportive parents. Yeah, my friends say tuba on, your friends say melt it down, but our tuba situation's the talk of the town. I said now, tuba solo.